Once upon a time, there was a man by the name of Job, and the Bible tells us there was a time when he had everything that he needed. He was a very rich man, but one day the devil came along and stole everything that he had. Took his children, destroyed his cattle, destroyed his ranch, destroyed his home, and actually destroyed his health to the point that people were saying, "Job, why don't you curse God and die?" Even some so-called friends walked into his room and tried to figure out what it was that Job did in order to incur the wrath of God. But Job still maintained his dignity and said, "I've done nothing, and I don't care what happens to my life. All of my appointed time, I am going to wait until my change comes." Finally, Job just waited on God. How many of you have ever had to just wait on God? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, the Bible finally tells us that God stepped in and restored unto Job 7 times everything that the devil has stolen. How many of you need God to restore 7 times what the devil has stolen from your life? And then the Bible says, and Job lived to be a ripe old age and finally died with wonderful, full, and mature years. Well, what was it that kept Job? Job remembered what God had done in the past. How many of you can look back and you can see the hand of God and know what God has done in your past? Now, my next question is this. How many of you have some needs in your life right now that have not quite manifested, but you know you need God to do it for you right now? So what do you do when you get weak? What you do is you look back at what God did, and then you tell God, "You did it before, and I know you can do it again." Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the Abundant Life Cathedral Choir in their first album, "Life, There Is Something More." And then you moved along with them musically into ALC, a much smaller group, but going into a studio, they decided to do something a little bit more contemporary. So you heard the second album, which is "I Still Believe." But people have asked that we get back together and do it live this time. So tonight, I'm bringing to you the Abundant Life Cathedral Choir, ALC, the ALC Band, Word in Motion Dance Company, under the capable hands of Minister of Music Mark Taylor, and we bring to you